Do you love food, but you don't know how to cook? I can totally help. Welcome to our very first episode where we show you how to make Karahi Gosht. Now, before you start doing anything, you're going to need all of the ingredients I've mentioned above. Let's grab the peeled garlic and half of ginger and start beating them up until they form into a thick paste. If you don't want to do this, you can just buy a garlic ginger paste from the store itself. You don't have to stress out. Next, grab the meat and make sure you rinse twice. We want to make sure we get all of the stuff out from there. All of it. You're going to grab those big onions and you're going to start off by cutting the edges off. We're doing this because it makes the papery layer come off easy, as you can see on the video. My husband does like to be extra and he likes to peel off one more outer layer of the onion itself. This is optional, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but if you do, make sure you're only peeling one more or else you're not going to have any onions left. Slice those onions in half and start cutting them vertically. I don't know what the difference is. I don't want to know what the difference is. I'm just here for a voiceover. This is just what my husband likes to do, what he prefers to do, and we're not going to question. Your onions should look something like this. We're going to need 2.5 tomatoes for this. Slice them in half. This process just makes everything faster. Once you're done cutting up all of the tomatoes, you're going to toss them to the side and grab the biggest pan that you have. If you have a burner like we do, you're going to start off by putting them in high heat. If you guys have a stove, you can do it on medium heat. These are all of the ingredients that we're going to be using to make Karahi Gosht. Once the pan has been heated, we're going to use some mustard oil. Put them in the pan. No, not like that. You have to measure. If you don't know your estimate, I will say to use at least half a cup. So about that much, if that makes sense. The meat that we have is 3 pounds, so you want to make sure you have enough oil for the meat. Once you see that the oil has heated up, you're going to add fenugreek seeds, also called methi, some bay leaves, cloves, cardamom, and lastly the dried red chili. Right after you add the chili, you want to make sure you put in those meat. Don't burn yourself while you're trying to add the meat. The meat is still going to have a little bit of water left, so it's most likely that due to the oil and water combining, it may splash on you. Once you're done adding all the meat, go ahead and start mixing them up. We just want to make sure that the oil has gotten to every single meat. We don't want anything to be sticking. Add 4 to 5 tablespoons of salt. The taste really depends on your taste buds, so if you need to add less, you can go ahead and do so. If you need to add more, you can go ahead and do so as well. We're going to also add turmeric powder. This is 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder. Make sure you're evenly distributing them. This is the spoon that we're currently using to put all those spices in. Once you're done adding the salt and turmeric powder, go ahead and mix them up properly. We want to make sure all of the meat pieces have turmeric powder and salt evenly distributed. Your meat should look something like this. If you're hungry, grab a snack. We're just having gourmet in the meantime. If you're not hungry, it's fine too. Here, we just want to show you guys that when the meat starts to cook, there will be water coming out of the meat. That's not normal. I don't know what you did, but that's not normal. Just kidding. Go ahead and add all the leftover spices that we had to the side. We're going to distribute them evenly. Just remember that. Don't become lazy like my husband. Do not dump all of the masalas in between. You want to make sure that each meat has flavor. Unless you guys just like bland flavors, then that's on you. Go ahead and mix everything all together one more time. Once you're done mixing for about 30-45 seconds, you're going to add the tomatoes that we chopped up earlier. You're also going to get the garlic ginger paste that we beat up earlier, and you're going to distribute them evenly just like the video. Do not put them in the middle again. Add the Karahi Gosht masala, about 4 to 5 tablespoons. If you don't have the powder but you have all of the ingredients, you can just mix them at home. Cover it up with a lid. Cook the meat on a medium heat for about 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure you mix every now and then. That way all of the ingredients that we put earlier does not get stuck to the bottom of the pan. In the meantime, you can also do your work. Do not procrastinate. It doesn't get you anywhere. Mix every 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure nothing is sticking to the pan. Here we have our chef showing us a drumstick that he was really excited to eat. For those of you who are just learning how to cook meat, you can see that the meat has started to fall off from the bone itself. That's how you know your meat is getting cooked properly. You want to make sure you mix for at least about 30 to 45 seconds. Once you're done with the meat, you're going to grab the tomatoes that we sliced earlier and add all of them to the pan. Remember, this is 2.5 tomatoes. If you feel like you need a little bit more gravy, you can add one more, but it depends on your taste bud. Go ahead and start mixing it properly. Make sure you're cooking on low heat. The faster you cook, the less flavor you get. Once you're done mixing the tomatoes, cover the lid one more time and let it cook on its own for about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't worry, we're almost there. After 5 to 10 minutes, your meat should look something like this. If your meat looks like this, I am so proud of you. Let's go ahead and grab the yogurt. This yogurt has about 6 tablespoons. If you have a big spoon, you can use 3. If you have a small spoon, you may want to use 12. This is a medium size, so we just have 6. Chop some coriander leaves along with 2 chilies. This is just to garnish everything. After 5 to 10 minutes, your meat should look something like this. Look how good that looks. I'm drooling. Oh my gosh. As mentioned earlier, you'll know the meat has cooked properly when the meat starts to fall off from the bone. So check the bone every now and then. Once you're done stirring, garnish it with coriander leaves and the 2 chilies that we had earlier. You can leave them like that, or you can chop it up and garnish it according to your liking. This is what the result came out to be. It's only for the 2 of us, so you know we're going to devour this. We're not going to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't forget to clean your kitchen afterwards. Since this is my first voiceover, let me know what I need to work on. Do that by commenting down below. Bye bye!